The Ellie Schiller Homosassa Springs Wildlife Park is a 210-acre wildlife facility located on Florida's Nature Coast. Located less than 90 miles from both the Tampa and Orlando metros, it offers locals and visitors to both areas a great opportunity to get away from the city and experience real Florida wildlife. In this video, we'll take you on a tour of the full park, as well as show you how to get there. And be sure to stick around to the end, where we'll show you a few nearby food and drink spots that we enjoyed on this beautiful Florida day. Our day trip to Homosassa started off with a stop through the Bean Barn, a small coffee shop located about a half-hour south of Homosassa near Brooksville. There was no doubt that we had made it to the right place when we pulled up to the cute little red barn. We were pleased to discover that the Bean Barn offers giant 24-ounce lattes, which we decided to split along with a donut. We just left the Bean Barn. We ended up getting the Revolver, which is one of their signature drinks. This one has white chocolate and huckleberry in it, and I really like the berry flavor.
This is a really good donut.
There was a ton of bacon on that. And the maple icing, oh, that was great. With the donut and coffee out of the way, we made the last leg of our drive to Homosassa Springs Wildlife Park. And upon arrival at the east entrance, we were happy to find manatees everywhere.
Hope we get to see some of these.
We just arrived at the Homosassa Wildlife Park, and Google Maps took us to the east entrance, which is right here. And as you can see, it's currently closed, and it looks like we need to get to this west entrance to see the animals. So we have a couple options. It looks like we can either drive on this orange route, or we can take this 0.75 mile walking trail. And it's a nice day, and we have some time to kill, so we're going to take the trail.
Just at the edge of the Visitor Center parking lot is the Pepper Creek Trail. And this trail is popular for biking and jogging, and today it's going to take us to see the animals, so let's go check it out.
Homosassa Springs is located in Citrus County, in the heart of Florida's Nature Coast. It lies approximately 75 miles north of Tampa, 90 miles west of Orlando, and just 10 miles south of Crystal River. We enjoyed a leisurely walk down the wide and beautiful Pepper Creek Trail, and around 15 minutes later, we arrived at the park entrance. After a bit of exploring the entrance building, which we found to include a nice gift shop and a cafe, we were ready to meet some of the animals.
We made it into the park. We entered here at the west entrance. Our plan is to do the loop trail and end up at the Underwater Observatory.
The first animal we encountered in the park was Lu the Hippo, who is also by far the largest animal we would see this day. We learned that Lu is over 60 years old and has lived at Homosassa since 1964. We also learned that Lu weighs in excess of 6,000 pounds. Another interesting thing we discovered is that hippos can actually sleep underwater, and they'll surface for a big breath every minute or two without wakening from their sleep.
So we entered the park here on the west entrance. We started off checking out the hippopotamus area, And we're gonna go all the way around the trail. Look at all the different kinds of animals we might be able to see. And eventually, we hope to make it to this area here where the manatees are.
But first, we had to make a stop by the alligator lagoon.
Right there!
Oh
Here, I was filming the one out there. I didn't realize there was a gator down
I gotta get that guy.
More gators have come out onto the banks. That gator in the shade, that's the one that scared me earlier. He's still hanging out. But we've got these two over here working on their gator tans. Look at these two just chilling. So addition to this guy chilling right here, there's a gator right there. And, ooh, there's one on the move. He's out there.
Yeah, you should be fine.
He's coming to say
I
hi.
have one more. Yeah,
Hi guys! So in the wild, I didn't know this, that they can live up to 50 years. That's a long time.
After the eventful stop by the alligator lagoon, we were ready to move on to the next portion of the trail, which was the wildlife walk. Our first animal encounter of the wildlife walk was Fancy, the Sherman's fox squirrel, who was kind enough to drop down and say hi before returning to her tree.
So we found our favorite part of the park so far. There's these cool white pelicans that we've never seen before. There's these funny blackbirds that are chasing each other around, and also these beautiful pink flamingos. Plus it's just a really nice, cool, shady spot, and we're really enjoying it.
Oh, the flamingos are so pretty.
After several minutes spent enjoying the bird entertainment, it was time to see what the rest of the wildlife walk had in store. And to Skylar's delight, next up were the owls.
Yep, your favorite. One really cool thing about this place is that it has information about each animal that's here. So it tells you about the animals, why they're here, and also what you can do to help preserve their habitat. And if you want even more information, they've got one of those QR codes to scan as well. These birds are super talented. Who can stand on one leg and take a nap? That's pretty impressive. Skylar just chilling with a kookaburra. I'd really like it if you would laugh, kookaburra.
What do we gotta do to get you to laugh, dude? What?
Right there!
Oh my God.
After finally getting a good laugh out of the kookaburras, we were off to a more tranquil area of the wildlife walk.
This bird area is much more peaceful than the one we were at earlier.
One of the things that really drew us to this place is the fact that most of the animals here have been rescued. They've either been injured or can't survive on their own for some other reason. This red-tailed hawk behind me has been hit by a car and can't fly, and that's also the reason why a lot of the birds around here don't have any cages or netting around them.
This sign shares a little bit more about some of the birds here. So some of them have impaired vision or loss of functioning to their wings or their legs. And so that's why they have found a new home here.
We made one final stop in the bird area to check out the magnificent bald eagle before moving on to meet Maximus, the Florida black bear. We learned that Maximus and nearly all of the other animals at this park have a unique life story, which has led them to not being able to survive in the wild.
So this is Maximus, and he has lost his fear of people, which means he can't be released into the wild. So he lives here at the park as an ambassador for the species.
We also found that the park makes great efforts to recreate each animal's natural habitat.
Oh, he's only 2? Oh, you're just a baby. We do want to note that there are restrooms over by the black bear habitat.
After saying bye to Max, it was time to check out some cats.
This sign shows this little panther, pretty small, but the actual panther is quite large. Larger than I thought they were, but it just went back to eat. These are Florida bobcats. Aww. They are pretty. Hi. You think that's what attracts them?
What kind of noises do bobcats make? I don't know.
I don't know. Aww. So normally there is a reptile exhibit in this building here, but due to COVID it is still closed. That's okay though, because we have seen plenty of reptiles already.
After another quick stop to check out a key deer, it was finally time to find the infamous Florida manatees. And after a short walk to the Homosassa River crossing, we did just that. While we only saw a few manatees on this day, we learned that on colder winter mornings, up to 70 to 80 manatees can be found in the warmer spring waters that stay a constant 72 degrees year-round. We also learned that the Homosassa Head Spring produces nearly 64.6 million gallons of crystal clear water every day, qualifying it as one of the 33 first magnitude springs in the state of Florida.
I have no idea if this is gonna pick them up, but there is a pod of manatees in the wild out there. So it seems that the edge of the park is a pretty popular area to go boating. There are a ton of boats out there.
Our last stop at the park was the Underwater Observatory, also known as the Fishbowl.
A fish.
While we didn't spot any manatees while in the fishbowl, we did still enjoy the experience of being underwater in the spring. After enjoying a quick walk down the boardwalk, we were back at the Pepper Creek Trail for our hike back to our car.
We just left the Homosassa Wildlife Park and we ended up staying until close because there was so much to see.
Yeah, we spent a good 2.5 hours there, and we actually kind of had to rush through the end of it because it was getting so close to closing time.
And not all of the exhibits were even open during our visit. So when things get back to normal, I think we'd be able to spend even more time here.
For sure, and it's definitely worth the $13 per adult admission price. But now we have the 3/4 mile walk back to the vehicle, and then we're gonna go find some food because we are both starving.
But before dinner, we decided to first try out a couple local brews, which led us to the Florida Cracker Monkey Bar. Here we soon discovered that the bar overlooks a small island which is home to 3 monkeys. After enjoying a couple beers while watching the playful monkeys, we ventured just a couple blocks away to the Shed Riverfront Tiki Bar, where we found the main mode of transportation to be golf cart. Here we enjoyed a delicious burger and crab cake sandwich while we watched the sun go down over the river. After dinner, we made one last stop by the Old Mill Tavern, a rustic lodge-style tavern adorned with string lights and all kinds of interesting decor. We found the live outdoor music in the side yard to be a perfect way to cap off the first day of our 8-day tour of Florida's Nature Coast. If you're interested in seeing more of our tour of the Nature Coast, the Gulf beaches, or other Florida content, please make sure to subscribe and turn the notifications on. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.
This guy just scared the out of Jamie. She was looking at the gator out there, not knowing there was one right below our feet down here.
Oh, you did scare me. Gator fight. Turf wars going on here.
Are you recording when that happened?
No.
Oh, me neither.
Oh my gosh. The guy that scared me earlier, I think he's trying to creep up on me again. Yeah, I see you.
Smoking is bad for you, Manatee.
It's supposed to be a fountain.
Thank you.
What are they gonna do? Call them?
Yeah, she's fine.
So we'll hear the phone ringing again like when you were calling them?
Great service.
So we just checked into our hotel and we did book this trip on a budget, which that means sometimes we find ourselves in interesting places. Now overall this hotel room isn't that bad, but it has this very interesting telephone here. And since we've been here, we already received 2 phone calls from a guy named Herb, and he was looking for 2 ladies. Unfortunately for Herb, I don't think we're who he's looking for.